Hello and welcome to the course on Basic Electrical Engineering. In this video, I am going to explain mesh analysis. Mesh analysis is nothing but application of KVL and Ohm's law. First question is, when we apply mesh analysis? When we apply mesh analysis in a circuit, if number of loops are more in a given circuit, if number of loops are more, then we use mesh analysis. See, in this circuit it is having two loops. Okay, may this circuit is having 3 loops, 4 loops, and so on. So if number of loops are increases, then we apply mesh analysis. Okay, first of all, what do you mean by mesh? What do you mean by mesh? Mesh is a loop. Mesh is a loop. It does not contain any other loops in it. Any other loops in it. Okay, loop means a closed path. Okay, this is the definition of mesh. Mesh is a loop. It does not contain any other loops in it. Okay, this is the exact definition of mesh. Okay, now this is the circuit given. We need to find out current or voltage in any element. So how to proceed? Follow these steps. Okay, first step is identify the number of meshes. Okay, this is the first step. And second step is assume always clockwise current directions. Assume always clockwise current direction in meshes. Okay, this is the second step. Assume always clockwise current direction in meshes. That is, current is flowing in a mesh in a clockwise current direction. Now what is the third step? Write mesh equation in each mesh by applying KVL first and Ohm's law next. That is, we apply KVL in a mesh, then we apply Ohm's law. What is the fourth step? Okay, this is the final step. Solve the mesh equations. Okay, these are the steps you have to follow in mesh analysis. First step is identify the number of meshes. For example, this circuit is having two meshes, mesh 1, mesh 2. Next step is always assume clockwise current direction. Okay, here always assume clockwise current direction in each mesh. Next, what is the third step? After assuming clockwise current direction, you have to apply KVL. You have to apply KVL. KVL means algebraic sum of the voltages around a closed loop are equal to 0. After applying KVL, then apply Ohm's law. So, if you apply KVL and Ohm's law, you will get two mesh equations for this circuit. In this loop, you will get one mesh equation. In this loop, you will get second mesh equation. What is the fourth step? Solve the mesh equations. Okay. Now I am doing solution. So how many meshes this circuit is having? It is having two meshes. So number of meshes in a circuit are 2. So number of meshes are 2 means you have to write two equations. Okay, what is the second step? You have to assume clockwise current direction. Okay, I am assuming clockwise current direction in each mesh. So I am assuming clockwise current direction in each mesh. Okay, let this current is I1. Let this current is I1. In a second mesh also, you have to mention clockwise current direction. So second mesh equation in a second loop, assume the current is I2. Okay, these are the assumptions only. Next, what is the third step? Write mesh equation in each mesh by applying KVL first and Ohm's law next. So now in this mesh apply KVL. In this mesh also you have to apply KVL. So first of all, while applying KVL, you have to put the positive negative signs in the direction of current. Okay, let us suppose in a first mesh put positive negative. So this current is entering at the positive terminal and leaving from the negative terminal. What is the meaning of current is entering at the positive terminal and leaving from the negative terminal? That is, current is flowing from higher potential to lower potential. Higher potential indicates positive sign, lower potential indicates negative sign. So like this, you have to indicate the plus minus signs. Now you have to apply your third step. Write KVL. Okay, KVL means algebraic sum of the voltages around a closed loop are equal to 0. So then when you apply KVL, so current is entering at the negative terminal of this supply. So I write in so I am writing mesh equation for mesh 1. I am writing mesh equations for mesh 1. Assume I1 greater than I2. Okay, this is the assumption. Assume I1 greater than I2. So now if you write KVL in mesh 1, current is entering at the negative terminal of the supply. So it is minus 5. Okay, minus 5. Now current is entering at the positive terminal of the 4 ohm resistor. We know that voltage drop, that is voltage equal to I into R. Voltage is equal to I into R. So that the voltage drop across 4 ohm resistor is I1 into 4. Which is equal to 4 I1. Now see, we are moving towards 2 ohm resistance. Current is entering at the positive sign of 2 ohm resistor. So it is 2 times the current flowing in 2 ohm resistor. Okay, this is a common element. 2 ohm resistor is a common element between mesh 1 and mesh 2. In a 2 ohm resistor, if you carefully observe, there are two currents are flowing. One is I1 flowing in downward direction and I2 in mesh 2 is flowing in upward direction. So the voltage drop across 2 ohm resistor is I into R. I is here I1 minus I2. Why I1 minus I2? Why? Because I assumed I1 is greater than I2 while writing mesh equation in mesh 1. So here 2 2 into what is the current flowing 2 ohm, current flowing through 2 ohm resistor? This I1 minus I2. In this common element, two currents are flowing. So I write plus 2 into I1 minus I2. This is the supply 2 volts. See, in supply it is touching the negative terminal of the 2 volts. See, current is touching negative terminal first. So I write minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, now you have to write mesh equation for mesh 2. So while writing mesh equation in mesh 2, so what is the assumption you have to do? Assume I2 greater than I1. Assume I2 greater than I1. So this I2 is greater than I1. Let us suppose this current is coming towards 2 volt source and this I2 touching the positive terminal of the supply. So I can write plus 2. Plus 2. Now move along the current direction. Now it is moving towards 2 ohm resistor. Okay, always I told you, first assume clockwise current direction, then put positive negative signs in the current direction. Okay, positive negative signs in the current direction. Positive negative, positive negative. Okay, so now current is moving towards 2 ohm resistor. This I2 touching positive terminal of 2 ohm resistor. So voltage drop is V equal to IR, that is I2 into 2. 2I2 plus 2 into I2. But however, this 2 ohm resistor is a common element between mesh 1 and mesh 2. So I1 is also flowing in downward direction. Here in this mesh 2, I2 is flowing in upward direction. So the current flowing in common element is I2 minus I1. Here we are assumed I2 greater than I1. That's why the current flowing in 2 ohm resistor is I2 minus I1. Plus 2 into I2 minus I1. Plus 2 into I2 minus I1. Okay, now we are moving towards 5 ohm resistor. So the voltage drop across 5 ohm resistor is 5 into I2, V equal to IR, right? So I2 into 5. So it is plus 5 I2. It is plus 5 I2. Next, it is moving towards 1 volt source. It is first touching the positive terminal of the battery. So it is plus 1 equal to 0. So the number of mesh equations are 2. Because the circuit is having 2 meshes, we are getting 2 mesh equations. So if you solving 1 and 2, solving 1 and 2, you will get I1 is equal to 1.132 amps, I2 is equal to minus 0.1053 amps. So here you are getting I2 is equal to minus 0.1053. This means our assumption is wrong. So I2 you are getting negative means our assumption is wrong. The actual current direction after solving is in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, that is the correct current direction. Okay, so you are getting negative means you have to change the direction of current. Actually, this is the anti-clockwise. The current is moving in anti-clockwise direction. Since you know the currents I1 and I2, you can determine current through any element or voltage across any element by using Ohm's law. Okay, thank you for watching this video.